In this episode, I talk about the single biggest mistake people keep making. Welcome to episode 109 of the Honest Entrepreneur Show, where I help creatives like you to master your marketing. My name's Tom Ross, and let's get into the show. Guys, I've been raving about this show to everyone. If you haven't seen it, a little English show for you called Fleabag. Highly recommend checking it out. I know even some of my American community have seen it. I just recommend it. It's hilarious. British comedy at its finest.
This question is from James. What is one super common mistake you see people making right now?
Honestly, James, I think the biggest mistake, and this is fresh in my mind because I recently mentored a 8-year-old kid, which was pretty fun. And I said to him, and I kind of asked permission before like destroying his hopes and dreams, but I said to him, like, you're doing what I did at a young age, which is he is living in his head. I remember I used to just have notepads full of hypothetical invented business ideas and inventions and projected figures. And it was really cute, but he was literally like projecting out his future offices and staff and all of this stuff. And obviously it's amazing to dream, and I didn't want to like squash his dreams, but I said, as soon as you stop dreaming and start doing, that's when stuff actually gets very real, and you know, more enjoyable and more fulfilling. And I think whether I'm talking right now to creatives or people or entrepreneurs in general, I just think a lack of doing, a lack of practicality, and a lack of accountability. So I'm going into a broader answer here, but stick with me. Like, I think that what I have learned through being an entrepreneur has fundamentally changed how I address life. And what I mean by that is I have developed a very clear understanding of what I put in is what I get out. And I think that's something that for some reason people seem to just fundamentally lack in life. You know, they complain about being overweight or underweight or out of shape or poor or sleep deprived or all of these things. And I'm not saying like external factors never play out, but I think we're more in control than we give ourselves credit for. And people will dwell and talk about it and moan and doubt themselves and all this kind of thing. And I think you just have to either adjust your expectations, or you have to just take action. You have to do more. And especially when it comes to entrepreneurship and marketing and creating, you just have to do more. And I'm happy to say that right now, I am more or less like exactly where I want to be. I'm exactly as happy and like doing what I want to be doing and in control as I want to be. And there are certain things, don't get me wrong, it would be nice if they were better, but I am choosing not to make them better. So, for example, it would be nice to be like completely ripped and in like incredible shape. But I'm happy enough with like the level of fitness I have, and my own body image and that kind of stuff. And I think in the past, that might not have been the case with all kinds of aspects of my life, but now it's so empowering because I can look at it and say, with that example, I'm like, well, I know exactly what I need to do to get like a better body, right? I have to go to the gym for this many more hours. I have to control my diet more tightly. I have to eat more to pack on muscle. I have to like control all my macros. I have to monitor my sleep, like all of this stuff. But I don't want to do it. And that's fine. I'm happy going to the gym 3 times a week. I'm happy like not eating complete shit, but equally like enjoying and indulging a little bit as well. I'm happy having that middle ground. I see the guys I'm friends with in the gym who are completely ripped, and I don't like the level of control they need to have over it and the restrictions in their life. That's not for me. But the choice is very empowering. And I think that is the fundamental mistake that people are making, is that they like to think they're really out of control in their own life. And I actually think most things you can just say, okay, what am I willing to put in? What's that going to give me? Am I happy with that? If I am, great, then I'm good. If I'm not, then adjust and be like, okay, I want to get there, therefore I have to put this in, like I'm doing with this right now. I have big aspirations, I have big goals for this personal brand, and therefore I'm putting in the work, and I'm happy to put in the work. And I realize I won't be able to put as much work into other aspects of my life, and therefore I'm not miserable that they're not on fire. Like on a micro level rather, like I'm putting time into Instagram, it's working, that maps to my goals on that platform. It would be nice to have a really booming, successful Twitter, but I have limited hours in the day and they're currently going on Instagram, so I'm neglecting Twitter, so my Twitter fucking sucks and isn't successful. That's fine with me. I'm exactly where I want to be because I'm choosing to make that decision. And I think what most people slip into doing is just, oh, I'm going to focus on Twitter because it's not working. And woe is me. And I'm a bit of a victim with that. And why aren't I doing better? Wow, wow, wow. Like, and that might sound harsh, but I just think that's the reality. And whether we're talking about Twitter or, like I say, your level of fitness or whatever it might be that's going on in your life, I'm not saying we all need to be superhuman. I'm definitely not. But we need to accept like our areas we're not excelling in and just say they're just fine because I'm not focusing on them. I'm focusing on this thing over there. And therefore that's doing better. And so the whole thing is completely my decision. And that's empowering. So that's kind of a bit of a crazy rant. I don't know if that answers your question, but that is the biggest mistake that I see people making. Question of the day. Did what I just say make any sense to you, and do you resonate with it at all, or do you think it's the ramblings of a madman? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm really enjoying the YouTube show. If you are too, then be sure to hit the subscribe icon and tick the little bell to get notifications when I post new content on this platform.